Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Empties. I have way more than I expected to have, especially because when we moved, I got rid of a whole bunch of empties because I knew I wasn't gonna be recording anytime soon. So the amount I have is still like shocking to me. So I'm gonna try to keep this quick, keep this brief. I have skincare, hair care, body care, random stuff, no makeup this time, but yeah, let's just get right into it with my personal favorite, skincare. I have a couple cleansers. Quickly, my all-time favorite, it's always in my empties, the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. I get it at 2-pack at Costco. This is the best face wash if you have dry, sensitive skin. Love it. A cleansing balm that I've surprisingly been loving, I actually bought this in a different formula as well, is the Garnier Skin Active Erase It All Makeup Cleansing Balm. I've used the vitamin C one before, and I also am using the vitamin C one now, but this stuff is great. It's a huge tub. It's a great price point. It gets everything off without leaving like a greasy film or anything, and it just works super, super well. So this has been like one of my go-tos recently, and I love it. I have a couple serums that I talk about all the time. First of all is the Vanity Cream Vitamin C. You can see I have 2 of them. This stuff is great. It's a great price point. It works really well. If you have sensitive skin, this is a really, really good one, a good affordable option. And I just really love like that creamy consistency of it. It's definitely been my go-to. I think this, I don't even know how many I've had of these now. I am trying something else right now for a 30-day skincare test. But if I want to go back to something, this is what I have been tending to go back to. So really, really good. Another serum I always have in my empties, multiple of usually, is Nutrium Azelaic Acid. I like the serum from them. I just think it's really nice. It works really well on my skin to kind of calm redness, irritation, acne, all that kind of stuff. It's pregnancy safe. I've been using this since I was pregnant with my first son. So my gosh, probably almost 4 years now I've been using this, and it has been great. And I'm just obsessed. I have it on an auto ship. Just the best ingredient. I love azelaic acid. Another thing I actually have another one of already that I love is Bioma Hydrating Milky Toner. I use this in the morning just to like help prep my skin before serums. I don't tend to use it at night. I don't know why. I'm sure I could. It's just really nice. It's a nice little extra hydrating step. Is it necessary? Probably not, but I enjoy using it and I feel like my skin enjoys it as well. So this is definitely one I have been repurchasing. So it's a good one. And it's a good price point. I feel like I know Bioma gets a lot of hype because they're kind of like cool and hip right now, but I also think they're just a great price point, which not a lot of people mention. So this is a good one. Another brand I love at an amazing price point. This might be one of my all-time favorite brands. I have a lot from them. Is the Good Molecules Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I buy the big bottle. It's so cheap for this big thing. It works so well. You don't need a fancy hyaluronic acid to work well. A simple one like this is going to be great. I use it every day, morning, night, in between. It's just a great, great hydrating hyaluronic acid serum. So this is an awesome one. I also buy it in like the smaller size for travel. Also really nice. Okay, I have a couple of moisturizers. The first one is the Bioderma Adoderm Intensive Balm. I didn't love this. It says you can use it on your face or your body. I prefer this on my body, to be honest. I tried it on my face and it made me break out really bad. It was just like too much for my skin. I definitely prefer the La Roche-Posay balm over this one, or even just the next moisturizer over this one. It was just okay. I used it up mostly on my body, so this isn't one I would personally purchase more of. The moisturizer I constantly talk about, and is always in my empties again, is the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. Again, I get this in a 2-pack at Costco. One comes with a pump, one comes with like a normal lid, and I love this stuff. I use it on my body when I travel. I use it on my face every single morning and night. If you have extremely dry skin like I do, this is just a lifesaver. It doesn't clog your pores or any of that. It just feels really good and hydrating on the skin. So this is always, always, always on my repurchase list. I have a bunch of sunscreens. 3 I love, 1 I don't. Let's talk about the one I don't love, and I think it's mostly just because it's not my shade. This is the Well People Biotint SPF 30. First of all, it's a way too light of a shade for me. This is the shade 1C, and it's just way, way too light for me. In addition to that, I feel like it's really thick for like a tinted moisturizer to get enough SPF. Like if I want to use this as my like main SPF, it's just so thick and so much that it's hard to get there. And that's kind of what I wanted this for, is like a tinted SPF. But I think this would be better as your almost foundational skin tint. They do call it a tinted moisturizer. I just think it's a little too thick even for me. So this was definitely not my favorite. And then I have 3 that I repurchase all the time. Let's start with this one. This is the Good Molecules Sheer Mineral Sunscreen SPF 30. This is truly a sheer mineral SPF. It works so, so well. It spreads out and blends in really, really nicely. It doesn't have a tint. I will say it is on like the glowier, dewier, moisturizing side. So if you have oily skin, you might not like this. I feel like there's not a lot of mineral SPFs that won't leave a white cast that are more matte. So it just one of those things. I personally love it. I think it gives me a beautiful glow, and I repurchase this quite often. My favorite tinted mineral SPF is the CeraVe Hydrating Mineral Sunscreen. I get the regular like medium shade. I love that they have 3 shades of this now, because this definitely did not work for everybody. In the winter, I definitely need the light shade. In the summer, the medium works great for me. And I love now that they have a dark shade. I don't think the shade range is still super great, but it's at least a little better. And again, if you have oily skin, you're not going to like this. I've talked about this a lot. This is just one of my all-time favorites. If I just want to put on a tinted SPF and a mascara, this is what I'm reaching for. And then my most used sunscreen is the Live Tinted Hue Guard. I actually just repurchased this again because I'm almost out of the one I'm using now. This is just great. It's great under makeup. It's got like a marigold sort of color to it. So it's not tinted, but it's also not leaving a white cast. I just think it works really well. It's really hydrating. It doesn't clog my pores or anything like that. And I just think it's really, really nice. And you can tell I squeeze every last drop out of this bad boy. I love it. And then lastly for skincare, I have this pack of Skin Iceland. They're the Hydra Cool Firming Eye Gels. I used to buy these a lot, especially during like Ulta sale. I haven't bought them only recently. I just haven't been like using eye masks or masks in general recently. These are nice though if you want eye masks that are cooling without like all the serum and goop. These are just like a really nice jelly without like a lot of serum on them or anything, and they just really cool your eyes down. It almost feels like you've put them in the fridge or freezer or something and then put them on your eyes. So these are great like before makeup to depuff without adding an extra layer of product. All right, let's go to hair care. I feel like I'm talking really fast, but also I just want to get through this because like I said, it's a lot. The first thing is the Way hair oil. This is my all-time favorite hair oil. It smells amazing. It works really well. It's not super heavy or greasy or will weigh your hair down. I think it's just really nice. It is on the more expensive side, but it will last you a long time. I actually bought the smaller travel size bottle and it's lasted me a really long time too. So this is just my all-time favorite hair oil. This is my go-to curl like gel sort of product right now. It's the Miele Pomegranate Honey Coil Sculpting Custard. This stuff is just great. It holds super well without leaving you like sticky or tacky or like super crunchy. It gives you a nice cast, but it's easily broken and it just holds the curl and definition so well. So this is my go-to. This product's actually my husband's and he loves it, so I want to tell you about it really quick. If you have a dandruff, this is the Biolage Scalp Sync. It has zinc in it. My husband loves this. He has me repurchase it for him all the time at Ulta, and it works great. It gets rid of all of his dandruff without like drying his scalp either. So it just works really, really well. So I want to share that with you guys. Something I don't use super often, I bought it like in a travel size for when I was on vacation at like a more humid place, and honestly I still didn't even use it there, is the Kristen S Style Reviving Dry Shampoo. I'm just not a dry shampoo person. I don't get an oily scalp. My scalp is actually super dry. I can go a week or more without washing my hair and it still won't feel like greasy. It just kind of feels like dirty, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel like greasy and oily where I need a dry shampoo. So I use this up, but I just don't like the way dry shampoos feel in my hair. So a hair mask I did not use up, and I will tell you why. This is the Pantene Miracle Rescue Deep Repair Conditioner. This was fine, but I went to go see my hairdresser like a few days after I used this, and she's like, are you using something new on your hair? It's like she was going to blow it out and it was like almost laminating. It like wasn't super like clean or soft or anything like that. And I was like, oh, I've been using a Pantene conditioner. She's like, yeah, that might be it. They tend to have like lots of stuff that will make your hair like laminate like that. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna get rid of it then. Like I think I got sent this and I was like, okay, I'll just get rid of it. So I think it was fine, but clearly it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do to my hair. So getting rid of it. And then I have a shampoo and conditioner from Miele that I love. These are the Rosemary and Mint Strengthening Shampoo and Conditioners. I love these. I think they smell really good. They work really well. The shampoo cleans my hair without stripping it, and then the conditioner gives it back all that beautiful moisturization and conditioning that I love. So these are great, and Miele is a great price point, and you can find it a lot of places. So I love these. Let's move on to body care. I have a couple body lotions. Let's start with this one. This is the Nivea Cocoa Butter with Deep Nourishing Serum from Nivea. I think I said Nivea, I don't remember. I love this. This is my go-to moisturizer in the winter. It smelled really, really good, but it was so hydrating and moisturizing without being like sticky or greasy or anything. So this one I will definitely repurchase in the winter. I just wanted something a little bit lighter now, so I'm not using this one currently, but I would definitely go back to this one. This one was just getting kind of old, so I'm getting rid of it. I think I used most of it up. This is the Gold Bond Age Renew Retinol Overnight Lotion. It says for face or body. I probably wouldn't use it on my body or my face, but I love this on my body. I love having a retinol for my body. It just kind of smooths everything out and feels really good, just like you would use a retinol on your face. And this one's a really great price point, and I've heard a lot of dermatologists recommend this one, and I would too. It's really nice, it's affordable, and I think it works really well. And then I have a couple SPF for bodies. This one's kind of in between a body lotion and an SPF. This is the Sunbum Daily Body. This is a moisturizing sunscreen with SPF 50. This is my go-to in the summer during the day. I love that it has SPF 50, but it's not like greasy or sticky or anything like that like you would get from a normal moisturizer or a normal sunscreen. It just feels like a moisturizer. It's got that signature Sunbum scent that smells really, really good, and it just makes putting on sunscreen during the day super easy without having to like go find a separate sunscreen and feel sticky and all that stuff. So this is my go-to in the summer. I have multiple bottles of these. And then an SPF we just used up, I don't feel strongly about it either way, is the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Body Mist. This is in the SPF 70. I do love that it's such a high SPF. This is one of the least like sticky sunscreens you'll find out there. I don't mind a spray, I just feel like I go through them faster. We've been trying different ones out recently, so we haven't gotten this one again, but I would go back to it. It's a good one. It's just not my like all-time favorite or least favorite or anything like that. And then the last two are kind of like shower products. First is the Tree Hut Tropical Glow Firming Shea Sugar Scrub. You guys know I love the Shea Sugar Scrubs. Whether this one firms or not, I don't know. It just smelled really good, and that's why I picked it. So I always have one of these in my shower though. And then another thing that is always in my empties, again, something I love so much, is the Aveeno Positively Smooth Shave Gel. I say this every single time it's in one of my empties. I don't know what magic they put in here, but it literally does work. It literally makes your legs feel smoother longer. I don't know what it has in there, but it's amazing. Go check it out. I get this at my grocery store, so it's great. And then I have a few random things. Let's start with this. This is the Baby Foot Exfoliating Foot Peel that was like viral like many, many moons ago. I got this after I was done being pregnant because my feet were so dry and cracking. It does work. Your feet will peel like crazy and they will feel smoother afterwards, but I will say my feet are dry and cracked again. So it's just one of those things that, you know, it works, but doesn't give you like long-term effects. Like I'd have to keep this up, but it worked. It was a fun experience. Maybe we'd do again. All right, and then I have a couple things for oral care. I've talked about both of these before. This is my favorite mouthwash. This is the Listerine Clinical Solution Gum Health one. I love this one. I've noticed my gums look more like pink and healthy when I use this, and it's just really nice. It doesn't like burn or sting or anything either, which is a plus. And then our go-to toothpaste, I'm sure we've had more than this, but this is the one I saved, is the Sensodyne Pronamel Gentle White. This is our favorite. Me and my husband both have pretty sensitive teeth, so this works really, really well and gives us a little bit whiter of a smile. So this is great. We get a big pack of it at Costco. And then this is super random, but I saved it. I have this e.l.f. brush for like your eyebrows with the like spatula on the end. The like thing in it, the brush part of it like broke. It's like keeps coming out and like stay in place. So when you use it, it kind of spins. So getting rid of that. And then the last three things are all supplements. Before I talk about them, I do quickly want to say, I don't think you need supplements. I personally like to take a couple just to kind of like bridge some gaps for myself. Keep that in mind when I talk about them. I have a couple magnesium products. I was recommended to get magnesium when I was pregnant because I was having trouble sleeping, and I feel like it's helped a lot. The first one I didn't finish. This is magnesium dioxide. And after doing some research, I realized this isn't the best for sleeping. So I switched to magnesium glycate, and it's been working great. Used all these gummies. I've switched to a different brand since then because these were going to get expensive real quick. So I found some at Costco instead. But I've been loving magnesium. It really does help me sleep. It kind of calms my legs from feeling restless and crazy. So I love that. And then I am still taking, I actually switched to a postnatal, but I still take the Nature Made ones. These are the prenatals. They're my favorite. I took them with my first son. I took them with my second son. They're great. They sell a big bottle like this at Costco. Can you tell I like Costco for cheap stuff? So, yeah, really great. I love the Nature Made prenatals. They're really nice. They have folic acid and DHA, so it's a good option. All right, I feel like I got through that real quick, which I love. So that was all my empties. Hopefully I can keep this up more so we don't have quite as many next time, and I kind of can go into depth more about each product. But let me know if you like empties, if you want to see them more often. Make sure you leave me a comment or give this video a thumbs up, something to let me know that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. We would love to have you join our little family here. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. So I'll see you in my next adventure. Bye.